were hot air balloons used in World War I. During World War I, the use of hot air balloons, also known as observation balloons, revolutionized aerial reconnaissance and played a significant role in shaping the course of battles on the Western Front. These balloons, though vulnerable to enemy fire, provided invaluable intelligence to military commanders and contributed to the effectiveness of artillery operations. The concept of using balloons for military observation dates back to the late 18th century, but it was during World War I that their potential as aerial platforms for reconnaissance was fully realized. The use of hot air balloons in warfare was pioneered by the French, who recognized the strategic advantages of having a bird's-eye view of the battlefield. The primary purpose of observation balloons was to gather intelligence on enemy positions, movements, and troop concentrations. Tethered to the ground by steel cables, these balloons could ascend to altitudes of several thousand feet, providing observers with a panoramic view of the surrounding area. Equipped with binoculars, cameras, and telephones or radios, observers in the balloons could relay real-time information to ground commanders, enabling them to make informed decisions about troop deployments, artillery fire, and defensive strategies. The process of launching and operating observation balloons was a complex and coordinated effort that required skilled personnel and careful planning. Balloon companies were established within the armies of the major combatants, consisting of trained balloonists, observers, and ground crews responsible for inflating, launching, and maintaining the balloons. Launching a balloon was a meticulous process that involved filling the envelope with hydrogen or helium gas, securing it to the ground with steel cables, and preparing the basket for the observer. Once aloft, the observer would scan the horizon for enemy activity, using binoculars to identify targets of interest and communicate their observations to ground commanders via telephone or radio. Despite their effectiveness as reconnaissance platforms, observation balloons were highly vulnerable to enemy attack. German artillery units, in particular, targeted balloons with precision fire, using specialized anti-balloon weapons such as the Taube Fliegerfaust, a multiple-barreled rocket launcher designed to bring down balloons at high altitudes. To protect against enemy fire, observation balloons were often surrounded by a network of anti-aircraft guns and fighter aircraft tasked with intercepting enemy aircraft and defending the airspace above the balloons. Additionally, balloons were sometimes fitted with defensive measures such as incendiary devices or small arms for the observers to use in the event of an attack. Despite these precautions, observation balloons remained high-priority targets for enemy forces, and casualties among balloon crews were not uncommon. Balloonists faced the constant threat of enemy fire and aerial attack, and many lost their lives or were severely injured in the line of duty. Despite the dangers they faced, observation balloon crews played a crucial role in gathering intelligence and supporting ground operations on the Western Front. Their reconnaissance reports provided vital information to military commanders, helping to shape strategies and tactics that influenced the outcome of battles and campaigns. One of the most famous examples of the use of observation balloons occurred during the Battle of Verdun in 1916. French observation balloons played a critical role in providing intelligence on German troop movements and artillery positions, enabling French commanders to coordinate their defenses and repel repeated German assaults on the strategic fortress city. The use of observation balloons continued throughout the war, evolving alongside advances in aerial warfare technology. Despite the growing threat posed by enemy aircraft and anti-aircraft weapons, observation balloons remained a mainstay of military reconnaissance operations until the end of World War I. In conclusion, the use of hot air balloons for aerial observation and reconnaissance during World War I represented a significant innovation in military tactics and technology. Despite their vulnerability to enemy attack, observation balloons played a vital role in gathering intelligence, supporting ground operations, and shaping the outcome of battles on the Western Front. The bravery and skill of observation balloon crews helped to advance the cause of their respective nations and contributed to the eventual Allied victory in the Great War,